is William Tincup and Ryan Leary. We are podcasting live from the isolved booth at SHRM 25 in San Diego. We have two guests with us today.
We do, and I feel like this might be a high energy show.
Oh, this is going to be the best show ever.
Yeah. We got it.
I'm going to go ahead and set the bar high.
You're supposed to set it low.
Yeah, that's usually what I do with my expectation. I just trip over them. Yeah. All right, so we got Latisha and Heidi.
We do.
All right, so Latisha, would you do us a favor and just kind of introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, so my name is Latisha Hurdle. I am a senior talent acquisition partner for Rivers Casino. I've been with the company for 3 years now. A little bit about me. I have 2 children. I am married. Married my high school sweetheart. So we've been together rock and rolling for a very long time.
How many years you got?
Years is 20 years.
I'm at 31.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
it.
Both
It's really
of you.
hazard pay for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she's like. She's delivering nuclear waste for 31 years. Yeah. But children, boys or girls?
I have 2 boys.
Me too. He has 3 girls.
3 girls.
Oh, you guys.
And I'm okay with that. I don't want boys.
Dude,
Like the boys,
They're a lot of fun.
I've seen
boys are hilarious.
So funny.
people I know with boys. I can't keep up.
You just have to have like an account set aside for broken bones.
100%. 100%.
You just plan for it and you're all set, right?
Yeah, boys are fun,
It's
though.
like a therapy jar.
It's like getting a new puppy.
Exactly.
You just got to chase them. I want nothing to do with it. The girls are chill. They're good.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not buying that
So
at
far,
all.
they're chill.
I am not buying that at all.
So far.
So, and Heidi,
Yes.
why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Heidi Barnett. I live in Utah. Super excited to be here with you guys. Meet you guys in person. We've been on a podcast before. Little about myself. Married also 20 years this past year. So we're both
20 years here.
Yeah.
You're the oldest
Look
one.
at us, you
We're
guys.
good.
We're doing
20,
great.
Yes.
This
Catch
is
up.
great. We are a statistical anomaly right
We
now
are.
with this
We
group,
are.
really.
I knew this.
We've
I
got
knew
like
this.
90 years of marriage in this circle.
Yes.
We should
It's
do
just
a
not-
podcast.
Kind of not a circle, but yeah.
Hey, so what does a good marriage come down to? I mean, what are your
saying sorry a lot. I think that's me. Like, hey, sorry about that.
my bad. That's my fault. That's my fault. Caught me on the wrong time. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's true. I think also committing to it. Don't you think? Like, part of it is just staying committed to it, even though there's, as you go through changes and evolutions and all that, you're just staying committed to it.
It's hard.
Right.
I just kind of go with it.
I wonder if your wife would say the same.
Yeah, I
100%.
probably.
Let's get Erica
Sorry,
on the
honey.
phone.
I love
I'm going
you.
to call Erica right now. Let's
The
confirm
hardest
this.
part is marriage for you. But you're right. Like, I think if you find the right person and you really enjoy being together, it's and then staying committed to it, I think is it.
Absolutely.
High school sweetheart.
Yes.
My God. I don't even know what that's about. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Been
crazy.
together since high school. Coming up on I've graduated 2008.
Yeah.
So I've been out of school for a very long time.
Oh, no. We're good.
Yeah, my daughter's been with the same boy now for going on 3 years. She's 17.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be 18, and they're looking at colleges. I'm like, I don't know how we doing this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emerson. I
Long
like you, but-
long distance is a challenge. I think being supportive of your spouse through all those changes, different times, because I've talked to a lot of people that thinking about divorce, thinking about separation, all that type of stuff. I said, listen, it is as simple as communication, trust, some of those core foundational type things. But the one that gets crazy for you is your wife comes home one day and says, I want to get into cake baking. And you have
where this is going.
You have the decision as the husband. You have the decision to either say that's the stupidest I've ever heard, or you have the decision, the micro decision of saying I don't know anything about that. Let's go figure it out.
Let's learn it together.
Yeah.
And when people say they've grown apart, that's essentially what they've done is they've made those micro decisions to not be supportive of the other person.
Absolutely.
It's like they come home. All of our spouses have come home at some point with some crazy idea.
Mostly me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That went a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that story was going.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to say. You want to do some superhero stuff?
Let's do superhero stuff. Let's start with Latisha.
Yes.
So let's start with people heroes. When we say the term people heroes, the phrase, what comes to mind?
When you say people heroes, I think of someone I'm thinking about work. So within the workspace, someone who has been a tremendous mentor to you, someone who's gotten you through, whether you start at the front desk or whether you start at an entry-level position, whether you're the janitor, whatever your position is, someone who has gotten you to that top level. I consider them as a people's hero.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. That's cool. I hadn't heard that. That's new. All right, Heidi, what about yourself?
People heroes. I would say that this is the champion of the people that are working with you within the organization. Of course, a lot of times I'm taking the perspective of the business, right? I want to take the view of the business, but then I've worked with HR people who are fantastic people heroes, where they are really truly the champion of the people that come in. And that's starting from recruiting, right? They can see the potential in them. Then also throughout the journey, one of the women that comes to mind, she was the one that was always like, hey, have you met Latisha? She would be fantastic for this role, right? So she's a champion.
Advocate.
Exactly. Advocate or champion through the recruiting process, and then also beyond that, of their journey as an employee with you. And really like being an advocate for them through the process.
Absolutely.
I love that. Both of y'all are fantastic. A guy dropped on us yesterday. He's like, people here speaks truth to power.
Truth to power. I love that.
Like,
yeah, that might be the quote of the show.
Might be a t-shirt.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Speaks truth to power, because wherever you are, at some point you're going to hit the business, and it might not hit the business the right way. And you got to figure out, okay, how do we reconcile this to be aligned with the business, but also aligned with the person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So very good. All right. So let's talk about a moment in which you felt like you made a difference. Okay. So Heidi, we'll start with you. You had to have made a difference. Come on now.
Yeah, it's hard because you have to talk about yourself, right? And if you ask me about the accomplishments of the business or accomplishments of my people, I get really excited about that. But I can think of a time where I was working with a young mom in the business. She was an employee. She just had her first baby, and she wanted career development and also to be a mom. And she felt like she was going to have to choose between the two. And I had an opportunity to sit her down and just say, you don't have to choose between the two. You might have to choose a place that will allow for you to do both, but you can be a good mom and a good employee. And opened her world into, the future of potentially being able to have both and have it be something that was really rewarding in her career. And I told her, I said, honestly, I started working post babies in order to be able to not have to pay for therapy. Like it was like the way that I wanted to, I needed something to pour some energy into. And now, she still works for us, pregnant with her third baby, doing incredible things within the business. And so I would say that was a time when I felt like I made a difference in her world, and to be able to then champion and mentor her throughout the process.
That's genius.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of women feel that artificial choice.
Yeah.
That it's artificial because there's people you can do both.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily easy. I get that, but at the same time, you don't have to pick one over the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool. That's
Thanks.
cool.
Latisha?
For me, I would say when I used to work a district manager for Planet Fitness. So my goal was to just oversee the managers and make sure the operation ran smoothly. Being that we had this one team member who struggled just to get to work, just had a lot of personal issues going on. And then the manager itself, who actually was the manager of that team member, it was difficult for her to because the team member rarely showed up for work. They just had a lot of things going on, and you just never know what somebody's going through. So instead of just sitting down and talking to that team member just to see where they are, what are some things that they can help them with, I coached the manager on how to just listen more, just see where they're at. They could be going through something that you may not even know
100%.
of, and they're just not. They're somebody. They're a human being. We all go through something in life. So I think that transitioned the manager to actually sit down with the team member member, and come to find out they just didn't have a way to work. They were catching a bus to work. HRTs with transits and things like that. Things happened to where the bus, it was just a lot going on within that person, but just being there for that person and just maybe switching a shift. If it's a big difference between a 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., that makes a huge difference in someone's life. So once sitting down with that team member, just listening to them, that team member is not only a team member today, they're actually a regional director of the company. So that goes to show you it doesn't matter where they are in life, and just listen, just be there, mentor them, show them it's not always about you get written out for this or that, and just being there for them, just showing them that you care. And so that was just a coaching lesson.
And it's a way to separate from the business a little bit, be more human. And we've heard, I think the through line yesterday was empathy on a lot of conversations, and having a lot of empathy in that situation. You're right. Maybe childcare. An hour getting them out at 3, or getting them the shift at 3:00 instead of 2:00 makes a significant difference in someone's life. They don't have to pay for aftercare. They can get their child to a sports game or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think this is such an important part of leadership, because we have processes that help us to, put someone on performance improvement, or we have a checklist to run through when someone isn't performing. But if we take a breath and decide that there are humans involved, which is exactly what you talked about here, it just makes the world of difference for people. I don't believe you can buy loyalty, but you can grow that within the organization as well. And so I feel like if we as leaders can take a breath and be able to say, okay, let's think human first. And maybe this is it goes back to that first question we were talking about. But I think that it's so important in how we build our companies, how we build people, and have a future for people long term. So I love that story. I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
All righty, superpower? Latisha?
What is your superpower?
I believe I can see things sometimes before they even happen. It's kind of weird in a way.
I thought she was going to say, I believe I could fly. That's what I totally thought that's where she was going with that.
You can't reference R. Kelly at this point. I'm sorry.
That one's kind of hands off.
Even though I love that song, after that and the Ignition remix. It's still very difficult. When I listen to him, I kind of feel guilty.
I should be supporting this.
I should be supporting this. Although when he does, I believe I can fly. I'm like, I gotta listen to it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I totally took us off track.
Yes, you did.
No, you're
you
fine.
referenced R. Kelly.
So, I can see things sometimes. You just sitting at the desk and you just say, "Oh, I think this is about to happen." It actually happens. It's kind of crazy. I don't think that's weird, but in a weird way. But no, some things I just sit down and just
that's intuition.
Yeah. And that's a good way to put it. Intuition.
It's intuition. Yes. You've developed that. You also you start trusting your intuition.
I do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot. I trust it with everything in me. I trust it. It's hard. It's hard starting off, but once you trust it, I think you'll go very far in life.
The whole world is against you because they want you to believe in something else. But once you cross over and start trusting yourself, and trusting your own intuition, and again, learning, failing, learning all that, succeeding, learning all that type of stuff. Yeah. Your intuition is normally the best advice you can.
Right. And I say that's a superpower because not everybody has that.
100%.
So
no,
it's a gift. It's a gift to have that. So.
Yeah, and it's you ever in a room, you don't ask your question, and then the next guy asks your question. I hate when that happens. Trust yourself and do it. Heidi, how about you?
I think, back to what you were talking about, I like how William said it's something you develop, because I think you've got it, but the fact that you're learning to trust yourself, it grows stronger in your trust in yourself and your ability to rely on that intuition. So I tend to go to my head and think too much about things, and so it's different when you pull back and you can say, because oftentimes I'll go, oh, I knew better, right? Or I felt that I should do something differently, and so I love it's a skill almost that you've honed in on that. So
you and Ryan are similar.
Yeah. We pop into our heads often.
100%.
Yeah.
Overthinking. Like, right, we could do it this way, do it this way, we could do it this way. I'll make a decision and go,
Yeah, we should go this. That's that intuition.
I won't even think about it again. Yeah. I've already moved on to the next thing. Ryan's like, but there's another way we could do this. We could do it this way. And I'm like, I'm not thinking about the thousands of ways that we could do it.
He's like, we're just going.
Here's what we need to do.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyhow, it's a great skill. I mean, it's a wonderful skill.
Yeah. Superpower for me, I'd say I can look at complex problems and find an early, like, step-by-step or here's what we should do from that perspective. So I can see something large or complex and be able to break it down pretty easily in that way. And then another one that I think is I can connect with people pretty early on. And so I have that empathy and I can see people where they are, see their potential,
that
see
helps
the
beautiful.
Yes, that's true.
Because you can, I mean, not just judging, but you can actually make an assessment of sorts very soon. Ryan grew up in that world, and it's like you've got to hone that skill to be able to understand. I don't want to spend 3 hours down this path knowing it's not going to work out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Ryan, have you ever had that where you think, this is going to be a good person except for this one thing? You've hired him, and then that one thing rears its ugly head over and over again.
It becomes not one thing.
Exactly. It becomes the thing, right?
It becomes the lawsuit in the company. Right. Yeah, I've been there. One of the things, it took me probably 5-6 years into recruiting to really kind of have a conversation with someone and tell them, no, this isn't a job for you.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not that long, but to feel confident in doing it, to look someone, because at that time we were still face-to-face interview, like for screening, we weren't just on the phone. And so when they're sitting in front of you to say, Latisha, I'm sorry, not going to be a good fit, because I don't know what you're going to do to me. Like, you're right there. And it took a lot of confidence, especially when they were older people.
Yeah.
Sure.
It took a little bit, but once I trusted that, much, much better.
I would say, to your point, with that aspect, what I learned from just saying no to them, I actually try to put them in positions that will
correct. Exactly.
I think
you'd be great at
this. Although you didn't meet the requirements for this position, so I think you'll be great at that position. Yeah. And then if it was an interview, they didn't do well on the interview, just giving them critiques, giving them some things that they can do better for the next interview, set them up for success. No is not always a no to another position.
It's just another opportunity.
Yeah, and absolutely.
Growing up in recruiting, not being direct killed me in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to find a way to soften the blow. Yeah. Instead of just saying, look, not a fit, however.
Or not communicating back to them.
Yeah. It was more like I just beat around the bush, until I got there. And that was the first couple of years, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't serve anyone.
No.
Right?
No.
You feel like you're letting them down easy, but then you get on the other side of it. This was me as a young manager, too. I'd feel like I was being direct in a very gentle way, and then we'd find out later they had no idea what I was talking about. Or they'd leave thinking I was praising them, and then I was trying to
I was trying to let you off.
What have you gotten out of this interview? What do you feel right now? What's your scale?
Yeah. I was trying to let you
really
off.
good.
I feel really great.
Okay, so before you leave, let's go ahead and reconcile that.
Let's be direct here. Exactly.
Let's use this moment to level set on. No, this isn't going well.
This isn't going well for you. It's true.
Yeah, when they come in, look, going to be a difficult conversation.
Yeah.
Heart right. Look, sit down. Don't say, "Hey, how was your day?" That was my mistake.
Did y'all ever have pet peeves around people, things that they wouldn't do or would do?
What do you mean?
In an interview?
In an interview?
Well, like pick their phone up and text in the middle of the interview?
That could be one.
Oh, you did. Why did you open that door? We have had this conversation before.
Yeah.
William doesn't see any problem with it.
Zero problems.
Yeah, Latisha.
All right, Latisha.
You got to be you're a judge and jury.
You're interviewing me. I just pick up my phone. And I start as you're talking to me, you don't know what I'm doing. I could be calling my mom. You don't know.
During an interview.
You're interviewing me. We're 20 minutes
face.
in. I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. What's going through your head?
I'm going to ask you, is everything okay?
That's empathy.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think what I'm reading there is put your phone down.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a second to regroup. That's how I read that.
Yes. Is everything okay? Hi, is everything okay? And they'll probably start a little bit, everything's okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes, and they probably won't, to be honest with you, depending on the answer and the response, they probably won't get a job.
Right. Yeah, see, there we go.
Dude, I'm telling y'all are going to have to rethink this. I'm just telling you.
You have challenged my thinking on this
You're
because
just gonna have to
I
rethink this.
we've talked about this, but I have an 18-year-old daughter who is, an emerging adult is what we call her. And she's trying to figure out her new world, but she has grown up with a phone in her hand, essentially. Yep. I mean, from 12 years old, she's had a phone in her hand. And it's interesting to watch when she's highly nervous or anxious in any way, her phone will be something in her hand, right?
Gotcha.
And she does a great job of transitioning back and forth better than me because I'll be on my phone and go, what? Wait, were you talking? She doesn't do that as much, but it is an interesting coping mechanism that I watch her deal with. And in a situation where she's in person for an interview, I can see her being highly anxious in that situation. So, William challenged me on that thinking of, is it really not engaged? Is it really a bad employee? Or are we projecting those things on a generation that isn't necessarily like us, And so anyways, I thought that was interesting. I thought about that several times as we've talked. So at least you've made me think here. So
yeah, that's my job.
You didn't
there
win,
you go.
but you made a thing.
Well, this has been wonderful. I knew it would be.
All right, do you guys have to cut it off? Because I have a couple questions for Latisha.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
So Latisha is she's, you do recruiting for a casino.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of things. I know.
100%.
So we've got a couple of things here. In person.
Yes.
In a specific geographic location.
Where are we at?
Where are you at?
We're in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Of course. Where's that?
So
Where's that from
like,
Richmond?
If you think about, it's about an hour and 30 minutes from Richmond.
Our family came in through Jamestown, 1621.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
all my relatives, they're all Virginians.
Yeah.
On that side, on my mom's side.
So I always say Virginia Beach because everybody knows where Virginia Beach is at.
Mm-hmm.
So we're roughly about 35 minutes from Virginia Beach.
Is that a tribal? It's a tribal casino?
No, it's not.
It's not.
We do have a tribal casino coming in Norfolk, which is close by Virginia Beach, but ours isn't Pacific. We have 5 locations in total.
The tribes in Virginia are not federally recognized because they were all recognized by the British government before we were a country.
I didn't know
really?
that.
So they're all state recognized, Commonwealth recognized instead of federally recognized. In fact, the federal government has been trying to get them to be federally recognized. And they're like, no, we're good.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
They're all state recognized because the governor, each governor since the history of governors in Virginia, goes and stays a day with each tribe. There's 6 tribes. The Paladin, the Palmongies. There's 6 tribes in Virginia.
Okay.
That have been there historically. And so the governor takes off an entire day every year and goes and visits one tribe. So it's 6 days of his life or her life. 6 days and just hangs out. And like they eat and play games and like it's a bit.
Oh, wow.
But they've been doing it for so long since the country began. They've been doing it for so long. It's just like, it's just a thing now.
Interesting.
Yeah, they just book the time and they do it. It's it's fun. Like I've seen videos and photos from it, and like they're actually having fun. Like they're not wearing a suit and all that type of stuff. They're wearing jeans and like a collared shirt.
Like truly hanging out. I love that.
Truly hanging out. Yeah.
I love that.
Anyway, I interrupted your question.
Anyway, no, that's okay. So casino.
Yes.
So you have a lot of entry-level employees as well, right?
Yes.
So there tends to be higher turnover with that. So how are you navigating a lot of those things that we're running, with shortage of candidates in that way where people are wanting to work more remote or you're seeing some things happen in that way? How are you navigating all of this need for talent in, up against the different challenges that we talked about here?
That's a good question. Now with the casino, right now, we didn't have much competition. We were the only first casino in Virginia.
Yep.
So now with the new, we're trying to get ahead of the curve. So we're going back to our day one training, training our leaders, recruiting, showing them what we do on our end, making sure at the interview, it starts at the interview, pre-screening. I mean, it starts before then. So we're getting more involved in creating training for our leaders. We're creating workshops for our team members. We're adding implementation where we're adding more benefits to our team members as well to make them want to stay. We're adding bonus structures, sign-on bonuses. So we're being very competitive with not just with competition coming over, just to get people in, coming from different casinos. I will say in the gaming industry, we've done a very good job just doing sign-on bonuses.
Yeah.
So we're offering them a relocation to relocate from one state to the other. So far, it's doing really well.
Good.
Just entry level is hard though, keeping them there because right now we don't have anything that actually keeps them there. So that position in itself is kind of like a revolving door. But just doing things like a Rivers Day. A Rivers Day is just giving them one personal day to where they could use if they had a family emergency, if they had things like that. We have a point system. So with our point system, you can accumulate up to 12 points. So if once you accumulate up to 12 points, that means unfortunately, we have to depart ways with you. So with that being said, we're adding in Rivers Days to allow those team members, if they have an emergency, they're not getting pointed for that position.
Right.
They're actually using that day to where they don't get terminated or they won't get accumulate a point. So we're adding things. We're doing we do a 5% match for 401k. We're doing the Roth. We're doing a lot of things to hopefully keep our team members there with our benefits, encouraging them to be full-time team members so they get the full benefits. Our meals, we serve them full dining room meals. They get a full course meal each day for $2. I don't know where you can go anywhere and get a meal for $2, a full course meal. So we have
come in the Rivers.
So we have some really good perks of being a team member there. And I think that's what keeps the ones that don't want to stay. Obviously, they come back. They may not. They go away. They end up coming back because Rivers is a great company to work for. We have so much to offer. The casino industry, although it was a culture shock for me, coming from fitness industry and then going into the gaming industry, it was a culture shock when I first started. But now getting into it and enjoying what I actually do, I actually recruit for gaming. So I bring in talent for poker, table games, slots. So dealers. Dealers. I actually run the program. The dealer school program, we offer that free.
Big fan
anybody.
Of blackjack.
Tuition. Tuition's not cheap.
I was going to say that's another way is that you can bring in talent that maybe isn't, isn't maybe a dealer at this point, but work them through, train them up.
Train them up.
Difference.
Yes, that's what we do. And we offer that to somebody. We offer most of the food and beverage. They end up transitioning to become a dealer. So we have like stepping. We do talent check-ins, so every 6 months we're checking in to see how you're doing, not waiting for a yearly review to come out. So we're like trying to get a hold of things before they even,
create more touch points, more personalization.
Absolutely. So that's kind of, hopefully that answers your question a lot.
Great.
This has been great.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we have to go.
We do.
Thanks, you guys. It's been great chatting with you.
You don't have to. Well, you won't go. So, but thank you so much, Latisha.
Yes, thank you,
Heidi,
Latisha.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we're out.